NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time. Hi friends, I'm Gary West, and whether you find Augustine's Pizza at your local grocery store or at their restaurant in Newcastle, the folks at Augustine's Pizza hope that their pizza is always your first choice for any and all occasions.
It could be you, it could be me, it could be everything we see. Given the day, given the time, given the moment. It could be you, it could be me, it could be everything we see. Given the day, given the time, given the moment. Some of it goes.
Bill's Bake Shop will make you happy. Owner Bill Cast and his staff keep the tradition going with all the bakery items you remember as a kid. Just to name a few, Bill makes cream sticks, cinnamon rolls, bear claws, cream horns, cannoli, cakes, pies, cookies, bread, pizza, and more. You can also buy homemade Cavatelli and ravioli. Bill's Bake Shop, located 228 North Liberty Street in the Mahoningtown section of Newcastle, is open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 to 5, and Sunday, 7 to 2, closed Monday. Bill's, where smiles are everywhere. Call 724-654-4223.
Whether it's a scheduled appointment or same-day service, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning offers 24/7 service for commercial, industrial, and residential, as well as fire and water damage restoration. Using state-of-the-art technology, DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning experts are ready to professionally clean your carpet today. Call DiCaprio Carpet Cleaning for a free in-home estimate. Thank you for making us Lawrence and Mercer County's largest carpet cleaner.
And remember, nobody gets your carpet cleaner.
Hello and welcome to Gentleman's Monthly, and we're approaching that end of June, and that could only mean one thing: the 4th of July, and the 4th of July means fireworks. And I'm here with Steve Vitale, a major fireworks guy. And we're going to talk a little bit about Vitale and their firework family, what goes into producing the shows. And welcome, Steve.
Thanks for having me.
To NCTV45. It's a pleasure. And, you know, I know Steve's family quite well because me and his sister went to school together, grew out, and had met each other. Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about fireworks? And there's a lot to tell. First of all, how old is the company?
Well, we got our start back in Italy in 1989. Moved to the Newcastle area in 1922. So we've been on Wilson Road in Union Township since then.
And you know, I got to tell you too, I'm a little bit spoiled because I grew up on Cameron Avenue, and that's not even a quarter of a mile away from Wilson, okay? So when you guys would be testing your fireworks, I saw fireworks all the time.
Yeah. Heard a lot of booms and bangs over the years. Yeah.
And it is absolutely beautiful, you know. Now, when did you start with the business?
Well, I got started early when I was 13 years old. You know, it was an industry, and it was a group of people that appealed to me, and you know, it was in my blood, and from a ripe young age, I wanted to get involved in it. And back then, yeah, you know, age wasn't a deterrent in getting into the fireworks business.
And I would gather there's a lot of safety concerns.
Absolutely, safety is our main priority.
You know, now you do quite a few shows.
We do quite a few a year. On a given year, we produce over 2,700 shows. So, you know, if you break that down, it's a lot of work. So it's really evolved You know, when I first got in the business, it was primarily a 4th of July business. I mean, we would do 90% of our business in and around 1 week a year, and you kind of shut things down and you were over. Now, you know, fireworks is a tremendous entertainment. You know, it's a part of entertainment, and you know, it brings people to events, it keeps people to events, and you know, really, it's inexpensive entertainment.
You know, it's interesting because you see fireworks everywhere. You go to a baseball game, you see fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
You go to a high school football game, you see fireworks. The parades have fireworks. Just all over. The Orange Bowl has fireworks.
Yeah, those are our fireworks.
I especially like the Orange Bowl fireworks
Yeah.
when Notre Dame playing in the Orange Bowl and they win.
Yeah.
So, what's a typical, not a typical day, but, you know, when you go through to go set up a show for fireworks? You have to scout the area first?
Yeah, you know, it all starts with a site and safety review of the location, and there are, you know, national and state standards, safety standards that we comply with. So, the proximity of the actual firing site to the audience, occupied buildings, things of that nature. So, you know, for us, it's safety first. So, you know, you have to go and look at the site and you know, get with your authorities having jurisdiction, which is typically your fire department, your sponsor, and you know, you work out all the arrangements. And
how long does it take? Like, we'll use the Orange Bowl as an example.
Mhm.
Okay, so you made the contact. The Orange Bowl knows that they're going to use you guys. Okay, and so you make the initial review. Now the game's Saturday. When do you go down to set up? How long does it take for something like
to
that?
set something like that, well, you know, when you're dealing in a stadium setting and you're doing proximate pyrotechnics around the rim of the stadium, it takes a significant amount of time. I mean, that's about a 1 week load-in
Okay.
to do that show, and so it's quite complicated. We have that stadium wired because we do all the Miami Dolphins work, so it kind of helps out.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you know, they have, and you look, and they have these openings for, like, and I'm glad you said have it wired, because I would think that, you know, when I see the Monday Night Football and they have the fireworks go up from the rim of the stadium,
Yeah.
I would think that that's part of having that stadium wired and ready to go wherever it is.
Sure.
You know, and I don't think people realize, even in this industry, broadcasting, podcasting, television, how much planning it takes once you're doing something like that. Now, your family, how many family members, is your dad still involved?
No, my dad passed away several years ago, but my sister Lynn, who lives in Newcastle, my brother Rocco, he's involved in the business. He works out of our Dallas operation.
And I know quite a bit of your family members, and just, you know, as I present it forward. Now, what other cities are you in?
Well, you know, for fireworks, it's all about affordable entertainment that you can provide your clients. So, you know, the storage of fireworks, the transportation of fireworks is incredibly complicated now, and you know, there are rules and regulations that you have to abide by. So, and we have operations in Newcastle, which is our headquarters. We have operations in New England, in Jaffrey, New Hampshire, in the Philadelphia area, in Virginia, South Carolina, 2 operations in Florida, 2 operations in Texas, New Orleans, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. So
Now, you do instruct all those people to be Pittsburgh Steeler fans, don't you?
We certainly try.
We're going to be...
You know, it's hard to do business with the competition. But we have to.
There you go. We're going to be right back and talk about the types of fireworks and indoor fireworks right after these messages.
Gentlemen, if you want to look your best with high-quality clothing, then I recommend Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors in downtown Newcastle. Mike Caggiano is the owner, and he and his staff have been in the business for decades, and they will always give you the right recommendations. They also carry Rondinelli tuxedos. That's Main Street Clothiers and Custom Tailors, 210 East Washington Street, downtown Newcastle. Call 724-652-3851.
Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets the modern conveniences of today. Spacious seating and amenities await. Fresh ingredients that make that just right pizza or entree. It's Tuscany Square for your next event. Stop and see us or give us a call at 724-654-0365. Wow, yes, it's fun to go to the Y, and now with great affordable rates, it's more swimming, more exercise, more family time. The YMCA in downtown Newcastle or the Y Zone on Eleanor Drive in Shannon Township welcomes you to a variety of programs, exercise, and fun events.
Welcome back, and I'm with Steve Vitale, and we're talking about fireworks. And, you know, growing up and watching the shows and the experiments that I was very fortunate to be able to see, you know, initially the fireworks went up, boom, boom, and it was just what I would call basic fireworks.
Sure.
But there's all different types of fireworks now. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, you know, fireworks have developed, quite a bit over the last 20 years with different colors, different effects, and they continue. We continue to innovate with different pattern shells. It started with, circle shells, then it went to, circles with a bow tie, and now you have smiley faces, and now you have, apple shells, jellyfish, all kinds of different patterns, really. So it all starts with your imagination.
Now, how many different patterns would you say there are? Just
It's endless. Our inventory SKUs are well over 3,500. So,
wow.
Variety is an important part of what we do, and we have steady clients that do nightly, weekly shows, so they want a little variation. So
right.
And all shows aren't the same. I mean, every site is different, so that will add to the dynamic of the show.
Now, and forgive me for not really understanding this. When I think of a firework, I think of that thing that goes up in the air and bursts into a pattern. But as I've watched the different shows, they also have things that really don't go up in the air. They might go up as like 30 feet.
They start from the ground up, and that's it's true.
It's like a shower, or what?
Well, one of the challenges that we've had in the business over the last 15, 20 years is communities have developed, and to shoot a firework display safely, you need space. So it was always bigger was better, but that's not the case anymore. As communities develop, we've had to really redesign firework displays to make sure that they could safely fit within the constraints of a shooting area.
Okay, so that shower would be considered one of the...
A low-level firework.
Work.
I mean, so where height used to be more, most important, now we go for, width of a display, which width and, we really start when we design shows from the ground up. So, the 0 to 100 feet is your, your low-level type displays, and it's really kind of a more European type of approach.
It's interesting that you say that, because on New Year's Eve, they will flash to London and Paris and Rome. And
It always starts with Sydney.
There you go, it does. And I notice lower level fireworks there, okay, that you said. And I always wondered about that. Now, what shows do you do internationally?
We really focus our operations, in the United States. So we don't do a lot of, some work down in the Caribbean. Our special effects business, which is a really growing dynamic of our company, takes us more internationally. But to do a fireworks display internationally, it's very cost prohibitive for a sponsor.
Now, I always think about fireworks and I think of outside. But lately, I've learned that there are indoor fireworks.
Yeah, we call them, pyrotechnics. They're proximate pyrotechnics, which are made and developed to shoot within close proximity to an audience.
Wow. How long have those been around?
They've been around, I would say 20, 25 years, but you're seeing more and more of it. I mean, I think television and the internet is a big reason. You see a big act on, American Idol that might have pyrotechnics or lasers or things like that. It makes, people see that and they want it. So they're incredibly popular right now.
It's phenomenal. Now, when we get back, we're going to talk a little bit about the fireworks festival that occurs right here in the fireworks capital, Newcastle, Pennsylvania. We'll be right back after this word.
Come dine with us, come dine today. If you could use some real good food, there's a place not far away. If you could use a drink or two, or a place to go and play, come to Gallows Italian Villa today.
Welcome to the Silk Road Fair Trade Market, home of those uncommon treasures. Wendy Farmery searches the world over to pick out just the right gift. So stop by the Silk Road Fair Trade Market. You'll be glad you did.
If you're craving pizza and more, then Little Johnny's 2 wants you to come through the door. Their menu includes many pizza varieties, jumbo wings, hoagies, calzones, strombolis, flatbread sandwiches, bread bowl salads, soups, and more. Dine in, take out, or have them delivered. Little Johnny's 2 can even cater your next party. Their prices are right, and the food is the way you expect it. Little Johnny's 2 is located at 130 East Washington Street in downtown Newcastle. Call 724-657-2210.
Welcome back, and I'm with Steve Vitale. We're talking about fireworks, and we've talked about the different types and about the company, but now it's time to talk about something very near and dear to my heart, the festivals.
Yeah.
And it wasn't too long ago that I drove out and stopped just short of 79, and there's a place called Cooper's Lake out there, and they were having a festival.
Yeah, Pyrofest.
Pyrofest. Tell us a little bit about Pyrofest.
Well, Pyrofest, it started in our minds probably 6 or 7 years ago. We're fans of fireworks throughout the world, and the fireworks industry is a very small community. in the United States, it's a small industry, but worldwide it's a small industry. We have friends from all over the place, and you know, we get to see a lot of cool things. And you know, American firework displays have a different look than a Chinese firework display versus a Italian or a Spanish style fireworks display. So you know, fireworks have their own intricacies from around the world, and you know, we would see great ideas, great concepts, and we would try and bring them back to our clients. And you know, you're limited with budgets, with you know, the fear of the unknown. So we said, you know, we have to get this out. People need to see the fire. You know, we think we know fireworks, and we do. We're you know, firework aficionados in this area. But we wanted to do, you know, our own shows where we would have no limitations. We wouldn't have site limitations, we wouldn't have budget limitations, and we would have fun designing and choreographing our own show, as well as bringing people from the international community to do different types of shows. So that's how PyroFest got started. You know, it took us a year or two to look for a site. We started in Hartwood Acres, and you know, we had a good run there for 3 years, but we outgrew the festival. I mean, and it was, but we started, I think our first year we had about 4,000. You know, this is a paid ticketed event. You know, family, fireworks, food, and fun are what we talk about.
And that works.
It works.
You know.
You know, we wanted to create a good, safe family event, and it, you know, it happened. And we were nervous our first year, and then it grew from 4,000. It went to 6,000 the second year, then it went to, I think, around 8,000 in the third year, and we're like, we can't, we ran out of space. So, you know, Coopers Lake hosted the PGI, Pyrotechnic Guild International Convention several years back. You know, we worked with the Cooper family, who was just tremendous and accommodating, and you know, the site is just phenomenal to put on great firework displays, and that's what we did. You know, we started PyroFest, and you know, we did the finale of the show. My brother Rocco, you know, designed a really bang-up, beautiful display. We brought in one of our best friends in the industry, Ricardo Caballero from Valencia, Spain. You know, and I always never want to underestimate, you know, Ricardo's maybe one of the, you know, most special firework designers in the world. He's the largest supplier of Disney's fireworks. Wow. So, you know, he helped design the Sochi Olympics, and, you know, this is fireworks at its best. And plus we had a competition where I wouldn't call them amateurs, were able to design their own shows. We watched that on a computer simulation program. We judged them and picked our top 2 winners and actually shot their displays this year.
Wow. And let me tell you, it was absolutely phenomenal. If you missed it, you got to mark your calendar for next year on that. It was absolutely a great
every
time.
Memorial Day at Coopers Lake.
Every Memorial. There you go. And you heard it from the man. Now, what I love to do was when they were going off, like have the music on real low and the fireworks go to the music, and I guess there's a lot of choreographing with that. And we all know about all the festivals around town. Now, you also switch off, and tell us a little bit about that.
What, with the
Yeah.
the Newcastle's Fireworks Festival? Yeah, when you know, the Chamber, I believe, started it, going back every bit of 20 years, 20 plus
Right.
years. We just felt that it was, you know, we have our Pyrotechnico and the Vitale family. We have, you know, the Zambellis here, and that's why we call it Firework Capital of America. More professional fireworks displays come out of Newcastle than anywhere in the world. But you know, we thought that the right thing to do was just to alternate companies every year.
And that's a great thing that goes on, and just tremendous. If you get a chance, make sure that you take a look at these treasures that are in Newcastle, and this is coming from a great Newcastle guy and great Newcastle family.
Thank you.
And we really appreciate that. And I'd like to thank you for coming to NCTV45 and appearing on Gentleman's Monthly and taking the time to tell us about those great fireworks and everything that goes on into shooting shows. Thank you very much,
Yeah, I
Steve.
appreciate you having me. You know, fireworks are magical and they appeal to everyone, so we put smiles on people's faces, and I tell our people every day that you know, it's very important work.
I couldn't agree more. The best thing is to just come downtown, enjoy the fireworks, go out to Cooper's Lake, and remember that on Memorial Day, because it's on my calendar.
Yeah.
Okay, about checking out the great fireworks from the Vitale family. Now, thanks for tuning in to Gentleman's Monthly and NCTV45. I'm Angelo Parada. Have a great day until we see you next time.
Listen to me, baby, you gotta understand. You're old enough to know the makings of a man. Listen to me, baby, it's hard to settle down. Am I asking too much for you to stick around? Every boy wants a girl.